everyone. So today is super exciting, well, today and tomorrow, because we are headed to a William Fox Pitt clinic with Jackson, and my mother is coming along with us. So there's kind of like a last minute clinic that was thrown together, and I'm super excited. I'm going to be riding in the prelim group because the place where the clinic is held, they don't have very upper level cross country course. So hopefully it will be a little bit more technical and working on the harder, more small details that need to be fixed, which is why I'm going. I just need a little bit of help on the technicality and, rideability and of Jax on the cross country and in the show jumping. So I'm super excited to see what William thinks of my little one-eyed thoroughbred. So today is Tuesday. It is a weekday clinic as well. So the prelim division is actually the last of the day. And it's a Tuesday-Wednesday clinic. So we have some bad weather coming in tonight. So we do cross country today and then show jumping tomorrow. So I'm super excited, and so let's head out to William's clinic and see how it goes. Let's go. So we have made it to the gorgeous Rock Gate Equestrian. This is my first time here, and it's super nice, very well put together. Love the facility. I'm super excited. We're gonna get on Jax and head out to cross country. So let's go. Jackson is all ready to go.
Yeah, it looks good.
And I've got my boots and my super cute Main Jane spur straps. And we got our Charles Owen helmet. And we will be ready to go. So the first thing in every clinic is you talk to the clinician, tell them what you do good, what you do bad, what you need help with, and what you need to work on. So now he's having us warm up a little bit on the flat and show him what we look like. For me, I always focus a lot on Jax getting supple and laterally accepting my aids and trotting forward to the bridle to accept the contact. Here I'm doing a little leg yield, trying to get his rib cage nice and soft and loose. Next, I'm going to do some trotting over little starter height fences that are pretty plain and simple, and he's still quite tense, so I'm really trying to just make everything as relaxed and quiet and easy as possible for him. As you can see, when he jumps, he explodes over the fence a bit and comes and kind of hits the bridle. So next time around, I'm going to keep trying to work on getting him soft through the back and accepting my hand aid. So next, William will have us trot through the water to get our horse's feet wet and nicely introduce them to the water so that they are not surprised when we jump it in a course. So now we are going to do our first course. This was a nice, soft, flowing course where William wanted us to really focus on the rhythm and the straightness of the horses. He also wanted us to try to keep them as relaxed as possible, which was my main goal the whole ride, since Jax was very excited to be on cross country. So my job was to make sure I got everything right and try to get him a little bit more accepting of the aids and cantering straight to the bridle to the connection. The first 3 fences were quite nice, and now we're going to head up and do an up bank to a roll top. Again, Jax is very nice, maybe just a little quick. I pressed him off the ground to the roll top since he got a bit of a shallow spot in. In hindsight, I really didn't need to do that because he was so in front of my leg. Now we have a little bit smaller table, and we're going to come back down the bank to the skinny, which Jax found very easily. It was right in front of him, and I quite liked how he jumped down that line. So I'm still trying to get him a little bit settled, but now we're going to head into the water and jump a roll top out of the water. Nice, good spot there. For me, I like to get them a little bit deeper coming out of the water so they're not having to reach, especially with the water acting against us in force. So now we're going to pop over the roll top back into the water because we're heading over to the bank next, and William wanted to make sure our horses had jumped both ways into the water so that we were set up for success to go up and down the bank. So when you're going up the bank, our main focus was to just treat it like a vertical, which I did quite nicely. And again, you want a nice deep spot so the horse doesn't have to reach really far and get strung out to get up it. Now we're going to come right back down the bank. The main thing was to shorten the stride up so they could have a peak, but keep the leg on and active so that they kept coming forward. And Jax did that very nice. I was very happy with how his first course went, and I felt like he got much better as we went on. So now this course, we're going to ramp up the difficulty a little bit more. My main focus was to try to be a little bit quieter in the gallop lanes so that Jax had something to go up to and he would understand the difference between just galloping to the connection and being set up for a fence. So I thought overall he's gotten a lot more quiet by thinking of just staying quiet and keeping my hands there for him to canter up to. And now we're going to head up and do our first corner. Again, he found that right out of stride. Very well done. And now we are adding to this bank line with a brush, which is quite surprising for the horses. They did not really expect to have to jump it. In hindsight, I should have gone out a little bit more to that brush, but I did a good job on holding him on that line and getting it done. So now this is our final course. We're doing the brush line the way it was supposed to be done, a nice gallop up the hill around to our corner. As you can see, he's settled into his rhythm, and he's much quieter, and we're working and communicating much better. So now we're going to go to that angled one stride on the other line, or going the other direction, and a nice tight turn back to the water over a bigger roll top, which needs to be ridden a little bit more aggressive. Very nice down that one stride for Jax, and got that turn done quite easy. So I'm just going to rev him up and get him in. William said maybe to just slow it down a bit on that one. But I wanted to make sure I got a positive jump in for the down bank into the water coming later on in the course. So now we're going to jump up the bank to that bigger roll top. And I saw a really great ride in, and I just sat up and added one for the 5, and it rode very nicely. Now this is just a little mound line to work on our adjustability, and I was very happy with how rideable Jax was in that, and I was able to just cruise him up that mound and pop over all 3 roll tops very easily. And again, you can see he's just much more settled in the gallop lanes, much quieter, much easier to ride, and a much more pleasant picture overall. So now this is another corner bending right-handed turn, which is Jax's blind side. So I went out a little farther. I got a nice shot in on that roll top and got the easy 5 down the bank. Now we're going to angle this little wedge. Very good. I was very, very happy with him and very pleased with the progress that we made today. Jackson is all settled in for the night at Hidden Lake. He's got a nice stall with his water. Hey guys, so it is day 2 of the William Fox Pitt Clinic. Last night was fantastic. We had a little dinner with everyone, and William spoke for a very long time, and I learned a lot of information that was extremely helpful. Jackson was fantastic on cross country. I learned that sometimes it's better to just put your hands down and let the horse work. That's a little bit nicer way of putting it, but and then because you do that, whenever you ask them to set up and get ready for a fence, they're more willing to just come right back to you rather than just bothering them the whole time. And it made my rides much smoother. And I'm just really happy with him. He was awesome. So I'm very excited to show jump him today. And we got these cool little Jeep hats. Thank you to Jeep that William signed. And they say William Fox Pitt Clinic 2021. And then D&L gave us these super cool hoof picks that they demonstrated how to open beer bottles with a wine bottle opener.
At the next stop sign,
turn right. I think you need to turn off your knife.
And it was quite interesting. Needless to say, they ended up with a lot of beer on the floor. So it was quite fun last night. We didn't end up leaving the barn until like 9:45, and then we did a night check on Jax. So I definitely took a little bit longer sleep this morning since we're in the last group. So we are now headed out. So let's go. So for show jumping warm up, we warmed up over this little cross rail here, really focusing on square turns and keeping our horse's body straight in the middle of the fence and straight all the way to the rail before we turn. So here I am just trying to keep him straight, keep my legs supporting. There he tried to dive in on the left because he knew we were turning left, so I just made him go straight a couple more strides, which he did not like. But as you can see in the canter video, it served its purpose because he jumped straight, landed straight, and turned straight. So we're just doing figure eights over the cross rail until we feel satisfied with our warm-up. Again, much straighter this time. So now we're going to do our first little mini course here. Again, we're still working on the exact same thing we were working on cross country, which is straightness and the horse going forward to the connection and accepting the connection with the bit. We were also working on keeping the rhythm the same and knowing the stride of length that we were on and making everything as relaxed and confident and comfortable as possible. Very nice there for Jax. I'm going to stay out and get this turned straight and the jumps lined up. And then stay quiet and let the fence come to me and not try to micromanage him. For our next course, we just brought the technicality up a little bit. And we're trying to be able to reproduce the same ride with the technicality being a little harder, a little bit tighter turns. And the other thing William wanted us to work on was our own quick thinking and making our rides effective and efficient. So now we're going to do this flying backwards, but go straight to the oxer. And there I had to rebalance him a few times to keep his balance straight and up. But overall, very pleased with that round. Not much that I would change. And then that turn was much smoother now that Jax is staying straight and is responsive to my outside aids. And now we're going to come down this line. And then whoa for the 3. It was a tight 3 or a long 2. William wanted us to always get a tighter 3 on that line. And then stay out and really put a bend in this line so the horses stayed straight and saw the double enough to where they knew what their job was. Same thing coming to that vertical and this cross rail. Stay out, give your horse enough room, and then stay straight once you find your line. So now we're having a little play down this line here. We're going to do adjustability exercise. So we're going to count how many strides is natural and easy for us. Jax, it was the 7. So now we are going to take a stride out and do it in 6. Now that we've gotten the 6 done, we're going to quiet everything down and do it in an 8, which is adding a stride to our natural 7. Now, it was okay that he pulled that first rail because I was obviously having to ride him a little bit backwards, but I got the adjustability done, which was the purpose of the exercise. So now this final round, the fences have gotten even higher and the technicality even a little bit harder. This line is on his blind side, so I had just a bit of a problem whenever I went to turn him to the right there. But he was very good and we got it done. Quite rideable there towards the end of it. He just was not expecting to have to make those tight right turns. And now we're back to a normal flowing course for him, and that is what he is normally used to. So now we're going to do that harder 3-jump bending line off the left so that everything is a little bit quieter and he finishes on a nice easy note with a lot of confidence. I was really happy with how he executed this exercise, and I was really happy with his rideability on the whole day. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you liked it, please leave a comment down below and hit that subscribe button and the like button. And stay tuned for more videos like this coming soon. And remember to always stay wonderful.